Each fall, thousands of Arvada students return to traditional classrooms. But these days, the face of high school is changing, as some students opt to trade the hallways of high school for a virtual classroom at home.
Let's take a quick look at your grade.
10th grader Maxine Burkett and her mom say they made the choice after Maxine's performance began to slip at the end of her freshman year at Arvada High School.
I was getting distracted from all of the people at school, the social scene of how everything was working and all the drama and everything, so I decided to do something a little bit more independent and work on my own.
This year, she's attending the Jeffco 21st Century Virtual Academy.
A lot of times there's the impression that it's going to be easier, and it's just not. I mean, it's a lot of independent learning. They do have to learn how to communicate with adults and pick up the phone and ask for help.
Students can enroll part or full-time.
I have students that prefer to work at night, and they work, they can work at 2 o'clock in the morning if they want to. It just depends on their situation.
Bailey himself teaches from his home in Parker, communicating with students all over the world.
I've had students that were Olympic gold medal team in gymnastics. I've had professional hockey players that were playing up in Canada with my class at night. Skiers that are training to be Olympic skiers, things like that.
It's all organized through the Jeffco Virtual Academy and touches students in all circumstances of life. As director of the Student Online Learning for Jeffco Schools, Audie Rubin is seeing a full range of interested students.
We have a handful of girls that are either currently pregnant or have just given birth to their babies, and so it's a great opportunity for them.
Others may be non-traditional older students who are coming back because they can receive an actual diploma, not a GED, when they graduate. That's important to Maxine, too.
By the time I graduate high school, I'm going to be enlisting in the Marines, and then afterwards, I'm probably going to go to college for something. I'm not quite sure yet.
Maxine currently has 5 classes: biology, geometry, American history, English 10, Chinese, and outdoor adventures,
which trains them kind of backcountry preparation, rock climbing, first aid, those type of things.
Both Maxine and teacher Eric Bailey say that although they sometimes miss traditional classroom interaction, they have plenty of online interaction, and they also have more field trips than traditional classes. Maxine, like all students, is required to log in each school day for attendance.
You go into your assignments and you see what is due for that day, and you go through each class and do all of your assignments, and then you turn them in.
Okay, so you just need to get that done by Wednesday.
She is also required to attend one of 2 so-called live classes each week for each of her courses.
A live class is typically like a lecture, as if they were coming into a traditional classroom, but instead of standing in front of a class, I'm here at the computer. What we're going to cover primarily today are discussion boards.
Bailey teaches 8 live courses each week.
The teacher can allow, people to talk on the microphone. There's options where you can raise your hand or lower your hand and agree or disagree or things like that.
Parents can be just as involved with the virtual studies as they are with traditional high school.
Did you need to fill these in?
Yeah, I gotta watch the video again.
I can be completely involved, and her grades are always posted. I mean, as soon as everything's graded, there's everything there. So I can still be just as involved as I can in a regular high school.
From a teacher's perspective, Bailey says he still spends a lot of time grading papers, posting grades, making phone calls to students and parents, and also holds office hours.
I could walk them through the class and talk about a different assignment they might be having, so we could see the same thing, the same assignment at the same time.
With many lessons delivered through videos or PowerPoints, Jeffco's Virtual Academy is at the forefront of a trend that Rubin believes will continue to grow.
Right now in the U.S. there's about 1 million kindergarten through high school students that are learning online. And that number nationally grows probably about 20 to 25% a year. Currently, almost every neighborhood Jeffco school is offering online learning, either for credit recovery or kind of a hybrid model. Having said that, I don't think that neighborhood schools are going away anytime soon. However, what I think this is doing for neighborhood schools is changing the way they deliver instruction.
Changing the way many view high school. And for families like Maxine's, It's a good view so far.
She's gotten back on track, and she's, really excited about doing her work, and she's right back where she pretty much belongs with her education.
You can learn more about the Virtual Academy at its website, jeffcopublicschools.org/online.